Hey there, it's Leona. Welcome to Zen Mindfulness Shodo. Today, we are going to practice Shodo meditation while focusing on the Kanji character for 1. So, let's begin our beautiful journey together. When you write a character, imagine a square about the size of the character that you are going to write like this. First, I'm going to write it. Then I'm going to explain the points and tips for writing the character beautifully in detail. Alright, now I'm gonna explain the points and tips for writing this character beautifully. This stroke starts from a point, a bit to the left of the middle of the left half of the middle horizontal line, or start at a point, slightly to the right of the left line of this square box. Place the brush at about a 45-degree angle while holding it straight up. Before moving the brush to the right, lightly push the brush towards the tip of it in order to stabilize the brush. After the brush is stabilized, this stroke moves to the right while curving up like this. If you see the bottom line of this stroke, you can probably see how curved this stroke is. This stroke moves upward to the right until the middle vertical line is in the middle of the stroke. So the space to the left of the starting point of the stroke and the space to the right of the end point of the stroke are almost the same size. At the end of the stroke, like the beginning point, lightly push the brush towards the tip of it so the end point of the stroke looks more smooth. If you take the brush off the paper too quickly at the end of the stroke, this part will look jagged and rough. So, when it comes to the end point of the stroke, lightly stop there and then move the brush off the paper. Then the end point of the stroke will look smoother and more beautiful. This stroke lightly stops at the starting point, so it's a bit thicker at the beginning point and gradually gets thinner as it moves to the right. Then it gradually becomes thicker after passing the middle vertical line. Writing this character like this, or writing it in a shape that gradually gets thicker as it moves to the right, will look more stable and beautiful than writing it in a shape that gradually gets thinner as it goes to the right. The end point of the stroke, it's a little bit higher than the lowest point of the starting point of the stroke like this. This upward angle of the stroke is critical here. If the angle is too steep, the character will lose balance. If it goes downward to the right, it won't look beautiful. And if you just trace the middle horizontal line, the character will look like a typed character and it won't look attractive as a handwritten character. For example, I'm gonna write an example here. So if you write this character like this, the angle is too steep and it doesn't look balanced and beautiful. On the other hand, if you write this character like this, like tracing the middle horizontal line, the character will look like this. This might look fine for you, but it doesn't look attractive as kaisho or regular style Japanese brush calligraphy. The last example is a line that looks like this. As you can see, this line curves downward. There are many kanji characters that have a horizontal line that curves downward like this. But for this kanji character 1, with one horizontal line, it looks more confident, stable and balanced when the stroke slightly curves up instead of curved downward like this. If you like steep strokes that move upward to the right as in the first example, or strokes that go straight horizontally by tracing the middle horizontal line as in the second example, or strokes that curve down as in the last example, please practice Zen Mindfulness Shodo by writing the character 1 with your favorite shape. Alright, Keep these points and tips in mind when you practice. The key points and tips for writing kanji beautifully, as explained in the video, are concisely summarized in this book. Additionally, easily understandable Zen mindsets and philosophical messages are shared in this book. For those who want to practice directly in this book, I've also prepared a workbook. The writing tips and techniques are the same as in the Zen Mindfulness Shodo book. Each page allows you to practice one character. If you're interested, please see the description. When you practice with a brush, I recommend that you place a few pieces of paper under the page that you're writing on, so that the ink doesn't bleed onto the page under it. Alright, let's get started. Before you start writing, take a deep breath and clear your mind. Slowly breathe in as much as you can through your nose, and exhale all the negative emotions that you've been holding until this moment through your mouth. When you're mentally ready to write, you can start writing. Check the starting point, end point, the angle of the stroke, and the direction of the curve. After that, without hesitation, aim for the end point and move the brush smoothly. Try to put your heart and soul into each stroke. Once you've finished writing the character, look at the character as a whole and think about what changes you should make next to make it look even more beautiful. If you notice that you're thinking about something else while writing, immediately refocus on what you're writing. By repeating this exercise, you'll be able to notice when your attention starts to turn to something unrelated to your current action, and gradually improve your concentration and self-control. You can also build your patience and perseverance with this practice. And these are crucial skills to build your ideal life and live happily. So, let's practice together. It's normal that things don't go well at first, so instead of blaming yourself for not being able to create the strokes that you want, try praising yourself for taking on difficult challenges. On this channel, I not only share tips and points for writing Japanese characters beautifully in English and Japanese, but also practice Zen Mindfulness Shodo meditation that focuses all of our attention on the present moment. If you want to learn how to write other characters, or if you want to keep practicing Zen Mindfulness Shodo meditation with me, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell mark so you'll get a notification as soon as I upload a new video. If you liked the video, or if you thought the information was useful, please hit the like button. Also, if you share my videos with people who might be interested, it will be a good support, not only for me, but also for them. Alright, let's learn practice together again in my next video, or in my next English video. Thank you for watching.